Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Darkest Dungeon. Oh, you want to leave, Tomo? Goodbye, my son. I do think that on this mission, I want to do some endless action. And I know you're like, don't take the Mark party. But look at the party I have available to me. I have an arbalist. Yes, I'm aware. An arbalist from the start of this run of the game. Do we have a Vestal actually available instead of an occultist? I know we could take our own on the mission, but I don't really want to do that, to be honest. Hellion and Leper could be okay. They just lack backline targeting, but maybe that's okay. You know what? I'm gonna do you a blessing. I'm skeptical because actually, here's my thing. I want to take a stress healer. The only stress healer we have access to is our Jester. Our Jester shuffles positions, and the Leper in particular is like one of the worst classes about getting shuffled. So that's why I'm skeptical of taking like a pure Leper, Hellion, like Jester, Arbalist or something like that. I mean, D-Stealth. It's pretty tempting. Clear stun, clear mark target, stress minus. I guess you're the world's worst stress healer. Sure. We could take a Man-at-Arms. We still need to take a healer, though, is the thing. And it has to be the occultist. I don't know. I feel like... Okay, hear me out. I'm trying to work it out. I'm not just deliberately trying to take the Mark party, is what I'm saying here. So on you, like, let's remove all skills temporarily. We know we want Retribution. We probably want Bolster. But we only get one use per battle, which probably makes it not so good. Maybe we'd rather take Command. But are we ever going to get the opportunity to do all those? Bellow. Lowers dodge and speed. I mean, that slows enemies down so we act first. That seems potentially pretty tempting. Then we will want Guard for sure. And then probably just Crush for some damage, although you can't use it in position 3. We could put you in position 2. All right, let's work around this. So if we put you in position 2, just so you can do all of your moves, even position 1, I guess. We would have a Jester, probably start in position 3, move around, okay? We'd like a unit at the front that can work in position 1 or 2, which would probably be a Bounty Hunter, and then we have to roll you here. And this is, I mean, yeah, for position 3, clearing all corpses, something we're interested in. I worry on this squad we just don't have enough raw damage. I guess that's where I'm at here. It's just a Bounty Hunter. The Grave Robber's not really a better fit. You do Mark, though. Let me make sure you're equipped. I mean, I would say this is terrible. We definitely want extra stress heal. We probably want Battle Ballad. I think we want Finale. I don't think we care about Solo. I think we just want Dirk Stab so we can move you around. In fact, Finale is bad as the Jester, right? It only works that one. You can only use it once per battle, so it's actually just terrible. So I don't even think you need a Dirk Stab. I think you might just, maybe you don't move around at all. Maybe you just slice enemies up. Alright. I mean, I'll give it a try. I'm not really convinced, but I'll give it a try. Unequip. Sort by rarity. Alright. Bounty Hunter. We never take the Mask. Plus 25% damage melee skills. That's obviously worth taking. And then we'll just go plus 20% damage gets marked. Okay. Now you tend to be a high protection unit. Let me think about this for a second. Our healer, though, is going to take the healer ability. And probably the, like, debuff. Yeah, extra debuff skill chance I think is good to lower protection. And we're not really shooting for a high score here. We're shooting for enough crystals to buy some cool trinkets and then buy Robert something, basically, is what it comes down to. So you, if we could make your bleed skills better, that might be for the best. And my virtue chance, sadly, might be pretty valuable too, but I'm just thinking, you know, what about stress skills better? Don't we have the... I thought we had a jester, yeah, drum. Raises the value of your stress skills, which is pretty much the reason you're here. And then on top of that, I mean, I guess make your melee skills more likely to crit. Man-at-Arms, you're always an interesting one. Usually protection, but only in position 4. If I was to make you like a fully stacked position 4 unit, what would that look like? We would never use retribution, which I think is not what we're looking for. So no, we're not going to take that. So higher prot, maybe at the expense of stress, and then it's a good question at that point. It's a good question indeed. We don't really want to stack stress problems, I think. Just give me a minute. You know what? Why not? Why not? Alright, I have no idea. I really don't. But here we are. Sorry, shift click. There we go. We're gonna buy pretty much everything. I guess that's gonna be how it is. No shovels, I think it's okay. Let's embark. Again, it's just basically we're experiencing the endless DLC, and we're experiencing it for a good cause. I want to take Robert back out into the darkest dungeons. I want him to have damage reflection on top of his riposte. I know, shoddy mill smashed to pieces by the miraculous bounty I reap from beyond the void. I've heard it once, I've heard it 1,000 times.
By the miraculous bounty I reap from beyond the void.
Tag yourself. I'm Skullface. Let's do it. I'm ready. Yeah, onward. Okay. Low tier party, not afraid. Step 1, usually want to cull this guy as soon as possible. We don't have a unit that's likely to do it in one hit anymore. I'm immediately like, oh, we took the wrong party. Should have just gone with a Mark party, man. What was I thinking? Alright, decent start. Add 1 corpse to the pile. Let's get some battle ballads going here.
A time to perform beyond
A time to perform beyond one's... Yeah, we know. You're gonna riposte me, but I still think I'd like to mark you to make sure you die in 1 hit from the bounty hunter next time. That's alright. Robert Jr. is very well versed at separating his head from his body. So the bellow is good, but I would like to maybe get some retribution going first. Doesn't last as long as I'd like. How so? Get smacked. 10 stress. Could be worse. It's not that bad. Okay, so the corpse has to die. That's right. Remember that. Gotta be honest, I kind of look at this as if another battle ballad is pretty sensible. But there is a theory involved. We could kill this thing in 1 hit. It's very helpful. You did not bleed. Do you not bleed on that? Am I losing it? I think we'll just put another hex on you.
Well struck.
So far, this is going just fine. You gotta go, obviously. And then, I mean, if Crush, it's possible it would work. I'm gonna try putting this guard up just to see. You know, it's a long fight. It's competing dabs. So far, that seemed like a good move to me, but could be wrong. It's relatively low blight, so I'm not sweating it too much right now. You got a speed of 4. I actually, personally look at this as if you're the highest priority target. Just want to see the odds of... I mean, I don't really want to pull you. It's more of like a... If I can get a weakening curse out there and have less risk of damage coming in. I don't even... Oh, it stealths you. That's right. That's okay. The weakening curse will ride it out for a bit. We could really use some stress relief, but we'd also really like this guy to die, so hopefully this bleeds you. Alright, you will be killed as a result of that. I'll use one of our many, many anti-venoms. And then I really think, I mean, you gotta Crush. Otherwise, I'd be sending out a Bellow here to give us earlier actions. We lose Retribution. It's okay. You're fast now, right? Or you're kind of always fast, but... Okay, we're gonna inspire Robert Jr. with a new little tune. 14 stress healed. Everyone's feeling groovy so far.
Another abomination.
Easy corpse kill. No real complaints, honestly. That might be a real complaint now. Okay, so we wanna, your speed is high. Let's lower your speed right off the bat. Never mind, you have great, oh my word. Everybody's in relatively sensible positions again. Love it. Okay, so you go stealth. It's not good, but it gives us a turn to sort ourselves out. Honestly, might as well throw out some kind of heal there. I don't really care about killing the corpse, even though we could. Instead, I think I'm going to put a Retribution out there. And the whole point of this is he's going to do an AoE, so we might as well hit him on the AoE if possible. And we'd like you to move forward 1, but without a Dirk Stab, that's not possible. So we'll start with a little battle ballad on everybody, just to keep things moving in our favor. And then, it's not amazing, to be honest. Like, we don't have too many good options here. We have no good options here. Oh my god. Forced me into a 0 heal. Doesn't bother me. It did shuffle us into a pretty terrible position, but we can still do stuff from position 4. So it's not the end of the world by any means. The real problem is how are we going to take out this crystal before it explodes?
Back to the pit.
The answer is we are not. Well, 25 damage and 10 stress. Enough blight to be a little worried, for sure. The rabble, consider that rabble stirred, my man. Okay, so it's an important turn to think about. I don't dislike a stun, but I think I'm much more interested in... I mean, you have 22 HP. So do 8 to 17. I think we let the sword do the talking. The axe. That's less than we would have liked from our principal damage dealer. Good heal. We got a lot of actions on the enemy side. Bleed resist is relatively low. Okay. Unfortunate. Keep that bellow up for now. We debuffed a couple of them at least. Bestial Scream. We already had the guard up, so this doesn't seem too terrible to me. And what do you... Extra blight skill. That's terrible. And we got anti-venom, but still, it's annoying. Alright, horse finally dead.
Has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Excuse me. I was gonna say. Do we want to move back to? Not really. Like, I don't love our setup right now, but we can live with it as much as I do think it's pretty terrible. We can live with it, I think, until we hit the checkpoint. Shouldn't have switched our guard, clearly. Okay, the bleed is pretty bad. Probably a self-heal coming out next, but we do need to kill these as well. Or we would like to kill those, at least. So the thing is, I can move you into position 3. Still couldn't crush. Could use retribution. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I'll put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. I think we gotta focus on the crystals first. I mean, it's not a great fight for us, but I don't think it's that bad. So we're assuming... No, I think... Yeah, you have to kill this. Nobody else has the option, more or less.
The wounds of war can be healed.
This is a very slow trip, though. Two damage, but it'll probably blight. Oh, not blight, stress. Okay, well, blight and stress. Many hands. Alright, there should be new enemies. It's a horse. I hope he goes stealth so we get a turn off. I do want to lower stress, and I definitely want to, like, kill this guy. But we gotta start getting back into position, I think. Because of Bellow, we should be acting real quick. So now that we've got Retribution up, we got a really good chance to get some riposts out there. There we go. Okay. Things have tilted back into our favor a little bit. There's no guards, but still. Bestial Scream. Just stress. And this is just an exponentially better loadout for us right now in terms of party composition. So start getting that stress down. This is the whole reason we took the Jester in the first place. You gotta go for it. Sometimes you gotta let the axe do the talking. Now you are gonna go stealth, yeah? It's okay. It gives us a turn if you want to be as positive as possible about it. Wow! At least it wasn't a self-heal for 0 with a bleed attached to it. At this point... Yes, yes, yes. We just can't uppercut, but it puts you in a position to crush. So I think this is better than a guard right now. Well, they popped out of nowhere. Alright. You let the axe do the talking. Sometimes it'll let you down. That's okay. The rare Fox Mulder kill. I think you just keep that stress as low as possible, and you're happy with where things look. Or how things look, I should say.
Such a terrible assault
cannot
be left unanswered.
This is not that bad. It looks bad, and it looks bad for good reason. But the Jester can move all the way to the back in a single move. Even without using Finale. So you're actually... I don't really want to move up 2. I'd rather just mark on this turn and then have the Jester move you into the 3rd position where you can do most of your moves. This is a weird one, though. I mean, if possible, you gotta kill this.
Continue the onslaught.
Turns out it was not a weird move at all. It was actually like the most obvious move in Darkest Dungeon history. It's a very slow fight. Like, this is not nearly to the same pace that we were doing on previous Endless runs. These should be our final 3 enemies, at least. I think you start smacking. Yeah, again. You put the game on the axe and hope for the best. Let's go. Stress is totally fine after the first wave, assuming we can kill these guys in a couple of turns. You know, I mean, Bellow is pretty good here. Your debuff resist is pretty high. We don't have Retribution out there anymore. That's another one we'd like to get out here, but, you know, I'd really like our Bounty Hunter to act quickly, so let's see if we can... resisted the debuffs. Bang, dude. Probably consistently the wrong call. You didn't resist those debuffs. There we go. Welcome back to the office, Tomo. Hello. He always comes in like a... I mean, dare I say he comes in like a wrecking ball, but... Now, clear the corpse. That means no crystals. Tomo. You okay, buddy? This is a very excited meow. You don't normally meow that excited. With cats, you never know. Like, is it good meow or bad meow? He's giving me a 1,000-yard stare right now, but like, what do I know? He's a cat.
The instrument's pause.
All right, so it's stress relief, right?
The symphony will soon continue.
Choose one for stress relief. Now, eat. 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 Default positions. Already in default. Oh, not in default positions, obviously. Really? Yeah, okay, this makes sense. Onward. Alright, phase 2. Learn some lessons. Hope we're a little better this time. You act first. You're just annoying. 10 to 20. Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, this is not really where we want our party to be at this point. At all. Having hit for 7 and marked 1 unit after 3 actions is not very strong. Oh, no kidding. Consider those crops flailed, my man. Let's go. Alright, we act. Do that real quick. We act. Don't do it. Let's start with a bellow this time. First unit dodged it. Everybody else resisted the debuff, so it was literally a worthless move. So I'm not gonna get like too ornery about it, but I was informed that bellow is good, and I am an idiot for not respecting it, so I'm just really waiting on the payoff for that. Maybe it's not that good in Endless. I understand in principle that what it does is it allows you... Let's get Retribution out now. It allows you to act before the enemy units, assuming they all get debuffed, but the debuff resist is so high now. Alright, that's very bad, but again, we like when a single unit takes most of the damage, because it makes our occultist life a lot easier. I do want to do some stress heals. And some battle ballads, for that matter. Like, that's high on the list. Don't get it twisted. It's a stun, I think. No? Just a debuff. And the 4 damage, 16 damage of Blight. Yeah, I'll definitely stop that one where it sits. This corpse is going to become a crystal, and we're going to get 3 new enemies. Oh no, it just disappeared. Okay. 4 new enemies, though. And they act first. Very unlikely we hit the guy at the back. We gotta pull him forward or kill the guys in front first. I still honestly kind of look at this and I'm like, you know, the best thing for us economically was that right there. And then I'd have to hit you for 5, which is, no, I'd have to hit you for 7. It's plausible though. I thought it was worth a shot at least. 16 damage is extremely no joke. That mark though actually gives me an idea. Let's put a defender up, and then we'll take advantage of that mark and hopefully be able to repost a bunch. Now, I'm just gonna use a holy water as a precaution. You're so terrible. Here we go. Excuse me. Oh, you don't have the riposta because you haven't used retribution yet. I mean, either way, we'd rather you get hit, but still. Are you dead? Yes. Now, I still think you start working on these guys. Beautiful. Go ahead. Now we're marked, which is fine. Now, you're an interesting case, because I actually feel like it's not the worst idea. Your movers is 60. It's not the worst idea to pull you up and clear that corpse. It saves us an action with one of our damage dealers. Then we're just going to send out a retribution on this guy, and the whole idea there is both of our units that are marked will lead to an attack on the unit that attacks. So this seems like it's a little bit better right now. We're starting to get a little bit more damage output, I hope. Now, you're kind of in an okay position, I think, to let the enemies kill themselves. So we're going to start sending out some stress heals. The Jester did not do a terrible job here. I would really rather just let this guy murder himself by attacking us. Decent heal. I mean, it is a buff. I'm not denying that. Just one guarded by Veshi for 1 round. You know, I'm just gonna keep that up. Fair. Okay, more enemies. That's acceptable, and moreover, not at all unexpected. Not gonna kill you. Realistically, we could kill one of you. Let's actually go. Snort. Naturally. Snort, my friend. We're just going for, like, some DOT on this guy. He resisted the bleed, which is sensible. And, I think... just put you in killable range. And now they do what they told you. Don, you're not allowed to attack this guy. Yeah, I mean, I told you. You're allowed. I gave you my permission. Resisted the blight. Okay. Now, you have 1 turn of riposte left, so I am gonna do a riposte on the guy who's already pretty weak. Just keeping myself in a position where we can expect to get some free damage. And immediately the game met us in turn there. I'm very thankful for that. Consider your rabble stirred, my dude. And then, yeah, sure, act again. See if I care. It's your life. Bleed? Hey. So he's got to get hit for 13. But he's already active, so he's not my primary target right now. We'll probably crush him, right? So as much as... you got no bleed on you. You know, I'll just take the easy way out. If we have to kill a crystal next turn, we have to kill a crystal. 7 to 12, 5 points of bleed. I'm not going to kill you. Very unlikely to kill the corpse, though. Fairly likely to kill you, and it all went terribly wrong. Wow. We definitely should have used bandages as well. The corpse cleared anyway. Clearly there's something I'm missing there. You go first, huh? This is definitely a harvest. Then you're next. Very, very good. You... Oh, the move resist is so high. Alright. Fair enough. There was not much better to do. You could have healed our man-at-arms, admittedly. I think Crush is fine. It puts the Bounty Hunter in range for an instant kill. Or a one-hit KO, I should say. 2 crystals, but these are our final enemies on this wave. What do you think? That's pretty unfortunate.
Precision and power.
Cleared a corpse. Let's go.
The ground quakes.
Dude, this is another wave that went relatively well for us. Again, a little slower than we might like, but still in here, and this is free heals.
Begging for examination.
Everybody's in a good spot. Let's go onward. It should be the boss fight, right? Colors transform. Haunting. Seems like extra stress. No boss fight, my mistake. Extra stress. Monsters have extra dodge. Our blights become better, which is worthless. So we would love to target the unit at the back. Cannot be done, though. It's pretty bad. My gut says the first unit to target is the unit at the very front, unless we can pull this guy. And actually, it seems like his move resist is low enough that a pull is fairly sensible. Attack is for 9 to 17. I think we just get that damage out there. No, you definitely start with Mark for Death, because it lowers the it lowers prot in addition to raising your damage to almost double. But you definitely want to move this guy first, because stress is more of a concern than HP right now. And I think it's still sensible in my world to do a retribution first. It doesn't matter. It's all for the riposte. And the mark, I suppose.
To a killing blow.
I mean, you saw, we got critted. It didn't even feel that bad. That's what the prot stat does for us. Good to resist the move. That's bad because you can actually hit this unit, but so be it. So the thing is, you could pull this guy again. You could also, I mean, you could heal. And I think that's not imprudent. But I'm going to throw out a weakening curse first and just be proactive with the debuffs. And this time we want to focus you. You're 2 points away from death. A crush definitely gets you there. So we went for that. The other thing I was thinking is a guard on our bounty hunter. But we'll just hope that they don't get hit. Hope is not really a viable strategy all the time, but... The stun... Oh, this could be some very bad stun for us. Thankfully, no such thing happened. But even a stun on our occultist is pretty bad. So we're going to get the mark on you. I'm going to target whatever unit is most accessible. You... I think you could just go for the stress relief. On yourself, really. You got a lot of work to do in that camp. Can't shy away from that. This relies on you getting the kill, and thankfully you met me halfway there. Apparently halfway is doing the whole job. Now you're going to lose your mark, which is very unfortunate. 12 damage, no stress though. Bleed, 12 points of bleed. That warrants a bandage, I think. Now you, again, in an untargetable position. It is kind of tempting to go for a stun, but tell you what. Let me guess, the charge comes out next. This time, Try to get some dot on both of them. Okay. Getting somewhere there. Now heal. Very tempting. I think we heal our Jester. Oh, that's bad. We no longer have Retribution or Guard. I really feel like a Guard is almost more prudent. But a Retribution does make us more likely to be targeted than our Bounty Hunter, so let's see. I'm willing to give it a try. Fair. Not fair. But as far as I'm concerned, stack up as much bleed as you want. We're just going to get rid of it with a single bandage. Okay. I mean, he took a beating there, but that's what the extra prot's for in the first place. Now, you are marked. We got to start smacking. Okay, very important. Use this. And then, I mean, Bellow, it gets a lot of work done here, admittedly, but I'm gonna put out a guard on our weakest unit instead. And you can't target him. I'm marked. Good heal. That goes a long way on our man-at-arms. Excuse me, you can't target that unit. He's non-targetable. The stun on our Jester is probably the most okay unit to get stunned right now. He will be our first target for a heal. I think you just, at this point, you just gotta let the, you know, let your hits do the talking, right? Keep that mark on yourself. I know you got a massive... Oh, don't... Yeah, I was gonna say, as a result of riposte, you do less damage, but... So be it. Oh my god. We're really, like, stalled here. But, I mean, we're stalled... in particular because of some bad heals. Like, we've had 2 completely dead heals. That's no good. But riposte is slowly tilting things in our favor, and I do mean very, very, very slowly. It's the danger of only having, like, 2 damage dealers. Okay, 1 is taken out. Really, we only have 1 true damage dealer. Move resist is 140. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with the corpse at some point. There we go. Much better heal. We're even. We'll continue to use almost all of our bandages to accomplish a single task here. Debuff resists is relatively low, but you guys already act last. Let's just put some extra damage out there. Good. Shuffle him back to his starting position. Sounds fine to me. Although I would really like a heal next turn. Now, that's terrible. That is truly awful. That crystal is 100% going to explode. Man, that is horrendous. Double crit. I like that. But this turn is gonna suck the big one. Lucky. Still got that riposte active. Please hit me. No. No. And blight?
Terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
I'm like, remove the trinkets. Okay, well. Finally.
Champion falls.
Don't do it, 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 don't. Oh, let's go. Okay, it's something. It keeps me off of death's door. That's the only thing I need to know. He has to be guarded. AoE can still kill, but had to happen. This guy's dead. That's terrible if it stuns. Because now there's no guard. Too busy to eat. Your stun chance is so low. Our kill chances. Oh, you good. Why are you so bad? That'll kill. Lovely. Actually lovely. I was gonna say, you might as well do something that buffs yourself. At this point, we'll bleed off 2 turns of stun. And please God, I'm just like, tell me we finished enough to at least leave this mission with no stress penalty. No! This is pretty nasty. There's a lot of problems here. I think you just focus on dealing like literally as much damage as you can muster. Oh, thank you. Now we did kill a stress unit first. Might strike you as less relevant than hitting some other units. I think that's a very fair statement. Our bounty hunter is in a terrible spot. At least they don't have dot yet, but okay, that's also really, really bad.
The end approaches.
So, I think first, you just say, hey, you big baddies, hit me instead. And then we enter our next turn and just hope for the best. We guard our other marked unit. You move to the back. This is all about survival now. You heal the bounty hunter because he has no protection. And all of a sudden it doesn't look horrendous. Definitely does not look good. And this thing's about to explode. And it hits all of us. Oh, the death's door is survival. Thank God. More enemies, huh? Okay. At this point, I really think you need the crits. Give that out there, hope for the best. Anything that doesn't put him on death's door is a dream come true. More retribution, I suppose, because we only got 1 turn. Yeah. We really want this guy to go, but we got to focus on the, the turns we're given. No, oh, he's still alive. Stress is also very bad right now, in case you're living under a rock. Okay, he's been handled. Now you're on death's door. No, you're not quite on death's door, which is actually a very important distinction to be made. So you heal yourself because you're no longer guarded. All right. These should be our last enemies. Literally, like, the best thing you could do. Keep that guy alive. He's been doing work. Okay, we got 1 enemy on the screen. Do your worst. Oh, that was, like, literally your worst. Thank you so much. So we're gonna be taken out of here, and I'm the happiest man on the planet, because I'm gonna leave.
At last, some sheltered corner of reality.
Maneater Mildred. Ooh, 10 extra shards. That's exactly what we needed to buy the reflection. Flee with your meager spoils.
Ignorance of your enemy and of yourself will invariably lead to defeat.
What are you talking about, defeat? We did fine. I mean, we got 30 crystals. Not my best performance on the Endless Harvest, obviously, but hey. Well, we only have 81 because they took 12 of them. You jerks, but also you did work for free. Anyway, no stress relief yet. We're going to go out on another mission with our regular squad. But for now, thanks for watching. A little bit of a whiff, but hey. We're learning a little. Up in that 80 range. Grave Robber only. It's for blighted units. Oh, we can afford the Mirror Shield. It just seems cool, okay? 30% damage reflection no matter what. Either way, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya.